Good evening and welcome to the campus of Edward Waters University here at Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium for tonight's National Premier Soccer League playoff opener for your Jacksonville Armada men's under-23 side. Stuart Weber here alongside Jamal Johnson to bring you all the action right here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. If you've been watching the last few games for the Jacksonville Armada men's team, well, tonight's opponent should be pretty familiar, right? The Miami Dutch Lions FC coming to town once again to face off against the Fleet. The last couple games have gone the favor of Jacksonville. Hopefully the same result tonight if you're a supporter of the boys in blue. Jamal, this last game against Miami was the closest one yet. After two 4-0 victories, a 2-0 game, a lot closer. And you can tell these teams are getting very familiar with each other as time has gone on.
Yeah, you get that familiarity, you work out the opposition's tendencies, and you learn different ways to be able to stop the opposition. So I mean, they're looking forward to tonight, I'm sure. And with the last game going into this one, I'm sure they're full of confidence to try and make an upset this evening.
That game featured goals from Oliver Muller-Jensen as well as Noah Kavit. Two of the guys who scored quite a lot throughout the course of this season. OMJ will once again play a big part in this one. He's in that starting lineup, and he's up to 7 goals on the year.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic season. One that I am particularly excited to see this evening. With the pressure of tonight's game, being a playoff game, it's one and you're done. I think players like him, you really look to sort of bring his everything into this game tonight. So, I think he's going to be ready for it.
By the way, Oliver is up for Player of the Month on the NPSL website, so go and vote for Oliver Muller-Jensen and support your Jacksonville Armada. We are just getting started here on the pregame show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. When we come back, we will have your keys to the game to tonight's matchup against this very familiar opponent in the Miami Dutch Lions. That's coming up next right here on the Jacksonville Armada pregame show. Jacks 24/7 network is brought to you by Alive Credit Union, inspiring financial wellness. People helping people is at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow, how much revenue share you can earn. Just imagine.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry. We still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
New to town or always been in town, everyone is always looking for a good pizza place. Our place is Donato's Pizza. We love it and still do love it. When I tell my family I'm coming to Donato's, they say, wait a minute, you got to order some for us. So this is not all for me. Let me tell you what the Martinos get when we put an order in. Well, pepperoni pizza, we usually get more than one of these. And then there's the works, a little bit of everything. And then this is the pizza that can be polarizing for some out there. I don't know why. Hawaiian pizza, some love it, some don't. At Donato's, you're going to love it, especially with that cinnamon sprinkled on top. Try the pizza my family likes or try your favorite. Right now, you can use the code Brent20 and get 20% off your order. Every viewer and listener is important to us, and at Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. From fresh ingredients to the dedicated team members and you, the valued customer. Donato's Pizza, where every piece comes together for a winning combination. Jax Beach and Mandarin locations. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important.
To Berkeley takes the run from distance.
Oh, way to go!
Guess who's back?
Get your tickets at JacksonvilleArmada.com. When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7. Welcome back to Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium here on the campus of Edward Waters University, our playoff home for the Jacksonville Armada in 2024. And speaking of the playoffs, this is the NPSL opener in the Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference for the Fleet as they get set to take on Miami Dutch Lions FC. Stuart Weber here alongside Jamal Johnson, getting you ready for kickoff at the top of the hour right here on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Jamal, let's go over some of these keys to the game, right? What the Jacksonville Armada have to do to be successful and to come away with a win. Because, look, anything else isn't acceptable once you get to the playoffs. That's our first key to the game, to win or go home.
Yes, most definitely. And, you know, a lot of the times where you feel in games like this, you know, that it's high pressure, high stakes. But you know what? No risk, no reward, right? I don't expect for them to sit back in a low block and absorb pressure. My expectation really shows me that this is a group that wants to go out and make a difference, right? And wants to push forward. So I feel like, you know, possession-based team, what they will try and do is create chances, go forward, take risks, and make sure they're getting the forwards, you know, being productive up there. Oliver Muller-Jensen, you know, and players like that to go out and make a difference out there.
Of course, we'll bring you that starting lineup in the next block of our pregame show. But our second key to the game is all about playing to your strengths. We are at the point in the year where you know what you do well. You've played an entire regular season. You should know what you are going to do to lead to victories. Now you just got to go out there and do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And a large majority of the season, what we have learned about this group is that they attack through their wide areas. For me personally, looking at it now, and I mean, I don't want to give away too much with the starting lineup, but they are going to look to use this field to their advantage, and I think they might change slightly the way that they have been playing with more direct play over the top. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do though with this starting lineup. Won't give too much away yet though.
We'll tell you in like 7 minutes, so it's not you're not going to give away that much. Our third and final is not to look ahead, and that's a pretty simple one if you're the Jacksonville Armada, right? You play the team in front of you, you go out there, you get the win, and then you worry about Naples after that. It's very easy in this sport and really
any sport to overlook a team that you have dominated over the course of a season. You can't do that in the postseason, because if you have one little slip up, you're in trouble and the season could be over. So don't look ahead to Naples on Wednesday. We might talk about it because we're not on the field. We don't have to. We can look ahead. They can't on the field. So that's certainly something we'll discuss throughout the course of the evening. All right, time for another break here on the Jacksonville Armada pregame show. We will be right back on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Ancla Dorada. The official bear of your Jacksonville Armada.
Thank you for making Action News Jacks the best in Jacks and Folio's Best of Jacks 2023. Best TV station, Best TV newscast, Best TV morning show. Chandler Morgan voted Best TV anchor. The Chief, Mike Burrish, voted Best meteorologist. And Brent Martineau voted Best TV sports anchor. And while you're on the go, Best news website. And Best local blog, the Burrish blog. Thank you for making Action News Jacks local coverage you can count on.
What started out as better people, better projects just keeps getting, well, better. That's Better Exterior Solutions, ready to help you create a better outdoor experience. Check this out. Motorized pergolas are the latest in technology to transform your outdoor space. Beautiful day? Let the sun shine through. Summer rainstorm? These pergola systems close automatically to keep the weather out. From residential to commercial uses, Better Exterior Solutions has products customized to meet virtually any existing architectural structure. With retractable awnings, screens, and hurricane shutters too, if you want unparalleled quality and expertise, you need Better Exterior Solutions. Get a free estimate by visiting betterexteriors.com or calling 904-902-4999. Better Exterior Solutions. Experience better.
Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow. How much revenue share you can earn. Just imagine.
Everyone loves a good game night. Here you don't have to be the host. You don't have to clean up. They bring the food and drinks to you, and you can watch whatever you want on the big screens. It's more than a card room. It's a night full of fun with friends. Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and now the newest location here in St. Augustine, right off 95 at exit 311. A brand new clean room, a full bar and menu, my favorite sushi in town. And I love the fries too. You don't have to just play poker at Best Bet. That's why I come over here to the table games and play one card poker. That's a pretty good card and a win. One card poker is like war as a kid, you against the dealer. And this isn't the only fun table game to play. A friendly staff, a lot of fun. It's a good night out at Best Bet Jacksonville Orange Park and the newest location in St. Augustine. You can be a serious player or a novice. It doesn't matter. If winning equals fun, you're a winner every time at Best Bet. I'll save you a seat, and I'll see you down here at Best Bet St. Augustine.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Jacksonville as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs Wolves and West Ham take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jaguars. With the series trophy on the line, competition will be fierce. Tickets on sale now for as low as $35. Buy your tickets today at statesidecup.com.
The friendliest golf course in town, the Golf Club at Southampton. Local golfers have no shortage of options when it comes to picking a course to play here in Northeast Florida year-round. Yet time and time again, I find myself here at the Golf Club at Southampton. Easy to get to off 210 in St. Johns County. It's family-owned and operated and renowned for being one of the area's most player-friendly. That's just one of the reasons we hold the Action Sports Jacks Dream 18 charity golf tournament here each fall. The Mark McCumber design layout is great for all skill levels of golfers, from the guys who bomb it a mile on the range to golfers like me who are just happy to put it in the fairway, which Southampton has very accommodating fairways. And if you need new clubs, come down to the pro shop. They'll fit you up and get you a nice new set, like they did for me. For more information on membership or to book a tee time and see for yourself, head over to golfsouthampton.com or call the clubhouse at 904-287-7529. The Golf Club at Southampton. It's the official home of the Action Sports Jacks Dream 18. Make it your home for golf, too.
Good evening on a beautiful Saturday night here in Jacksonville, Florida, on the campus of Edward Waters University. I'm Stuart Weber along with Jamal Johnson. We're wrapping up the Jacksonville Armada pregame show, getting you set for this NPSL playoff opener against the Miami Dutch Lions. And Jamal, this lineup for the Armada has some interesting twists to it, but before we get to that, let's go ahead and start with the visitors from South Florida, the Miami Dutch Lions, coming to town. And starting with a 4-3-3 formation, Noah Singer will once again be in goal for the visitors. Their back line consists of Roy Keeter, Randy Hernandez, Cameron Foberg, and Renato Scherer. In the midfield, Luca Ferraro, Logan Allard, and Nicolo Ferraro. And up top for the visitors from Miami, Thiago Mendez, Connor McKay, and Koshe Ebisuwa. For your Jacksonville Armada, it will be a 4-3-3 as well. Jeremy Costi between the pipes, as he's been for most of this regular season. Your two wingbacks, Isaac Machado and Nick Erb. Central defenders, Paul Danner and Callum Frogson. The midfield consists of Sebastian Zettel, Antonio Illuminato, and Miles Shanley, though expect him to play more of a defensive role as he has played throughout the course of this season. Up top for the Jacksonville Armada, Giancarlo Vaccaro, Oliver Moeller-Jensen, and Keegan Anselin. That leaves some significant firepower on the bench for Tommy Krasanovic should it be needed as this game progresses. But this lineup certainly capable of producing for the Armada tonight.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The thought in my mind is, obviously, like you said, as you mentioned, Shanley will drop deeper into a 3 at the back, essentially. Machado, I'm expecting to, work up and down that left-hand side, as they normally do, and that's what the Armada is. That's kind of like their MO. That's their identity, to be able to attack down the side. So, we're looking to see whether or not he's able to produce on a night like this, Machado, whether he is able to bring that firepower going forward and, supply the Armada with more balls into the box than we've seen previously, and keep up to the level that Micah has been able to put out this season.
All right, certainly something to watch as this thing rolls on. We will, of course, bring you this matchup against the Miami Dutch Lions in just a little bit. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we'll have your national anthem, and then we'll kick this thing off at Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium here on the campus of Edward Waters University. You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network.
The Jacksonville Armada would like to thank LPT Realty for their continuing support all season long.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots, although here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
Guess who's back?
Get your tickets at JacksonvilleArmada.com.
It's hard to put a price on comfort, especially when you use that comfort on a daily basis. But if we're going to put a price on it, how does the lowest price guaranteed sound? Furniture Source is going to have the biggest brands, whether it's Ashley, Casper, or Tempur-Pedic, and once again, it's going to be the guaranteed lowest price in Jacksonville. Right now, my friends at Furniture Source are going to give you the ultimate hookup because all month long, they're making their inventory wholesale price. Check out their markdowns up to 50% off. And remember, since it's Furniture Source, you're getting the guaranteed lowest prices in Florida or your money back. Don't have the cash on you right now? It's no worry. Shop endless options to suit your style and budget and enjoy 36 months off with no interest financing. Why use your money when you can use theirs? Whether it's beds, couches, tables, or chairs, Furniture Source is going to have exactly what you're looking for. Shop the lowest prices in Jacksonville guaranteed. Find the location nearest you at FurnitureSourceJacks.com.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can save $1,000 or more when you bundle the Connecticut Premier Softener with a Connecticut K5 drinking water system. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Financing options available with approved credit. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Ancla Dorada. The official bear of your Jacksonville Armada.
A new day, a new traffic headache. But Action News Jack's traffic expert, Maritza Ross, is here to guide all kinds of daily drivers, like the traffic dodgers.
Don't worry, I'm going to get you around this mess on I-95.
The side street seekers.
Now, you can exit early on 17 due to
the last-minute leavers.
If you're getting a late start this morning, here are your fastest routes.
So let Maritza save you time on Action News Jax this morning.
People helping people is at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jax 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jax and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop. International soccer returns to Jacksonville this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Northeast Florida as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs West Ham and Wolves take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tickets are on sale now for as low as $35 at statesidecup.com.
Numbers 4, Nick Burns. 10,
NPSL Playoff opener against the Miami Dutch Lions. We now pause for the national anthem as performed by Katrina Alexis.
The scoreboard for the performance of the national anthem tonight performed by Katrina Alexis. Who said you see by the dawn's early
light. What so proudly we held as twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and rocket the bomb bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And what a beautiful anthem performed there by Katrina Alexis. Once again, giving us the national anthem as we get set for kickoff at Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium on the campus of Edward Waters University. Going to be an exciting matchup. I'm Stuart Weber here alongside Jamal Johnson, bringing you all the action on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network, as we've done for the home games all season long. Miles Shanley there on the left, wearing the captain's armband for the boys in blue as they flip the coin, and Jacksonville wins the toss, so that's one win on the night. Good start. It's always nice to start with a win on the coin toss, right? Nicolo Ferraro wearing the captain's armband for the visitors from South Florida, the Miami Dutch Lions. Miami, of course, will be in the orange tops, white shorts, blue socks. Jacksonville all blue head to toe for the boys in blue. As we get set for the kickoff, as a reminder, this is round one of the National Premier Soccer League playoffs in the Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference. Win, or the season is over for the Jacksonville Armada. It's a second place finish in their half of the Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference. It's a little confusing. Basically, take the whole conference, split it in half. One half is playing on the other side of the bracket, and then the other half, which consists of the four of the Florida teams, there's two other Florida teams as well, is on the other side of the bracket. So Jacksonville, Miami facing off tonight. The winner of this one heads down to Naples in Southwest Florida on Wednesday night for the next round. And then the two winners, so the winner of that matchup and then the winner of the other side of the conference matchup, will play a week from tonight at the site of the highest remaining seed. So still to be determined where that will be. Could be in Jacksonville, depending on how things fall on the other side of the bracket, and if Jacksonville can go and get a victory over Naples on Wednesday. But first, can't look ahead. One of our keys to the game. Got to handle your business. Got to defeat the Miami Dutch Lions for a fourth time this season. So far this year, a 4-0 win in Miami, a 4-0 win in Jacksonville, then most recently 2 weeks ago, a 2-0 win over Miami. Those last two games played on the campus of Jacksonville University. Tonight on Edward Waters University's campus, and a little different feel, different look, different feel to it, because instead of our real grass, we're now on artificial turf. So certainly some of these things that we'll be keeping an eye on to see how it affects the play throughout the course of this evening's matchup. Jamal, it's go time. The first whistle blows, and we are officially underway on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
And I'm absolutely pumped. They're on it, as you said, it's a different environment, completely different environment, tighter field, more compact. It's something that they're going to have to take into consideration now, the delivery of balls into the front, being able to spread the players, something that the Armada are well known and like we said earlier on, part of their MO. But, you know, this is a game where they're going to have to find solutions for different problems that they're faced with, and it's obviously a playoff game. Pressures are high. So let's see what happens then. It's good play developing here from Miami already.
Miami with the first of the possession. Jacksonville now pushing forward. Oliver Moeller-Jensen making his run along the far side right there in front of the Miami bench. Be a Jacksonville throw in.
I'm excited to see what he does tonight. Like, is he going to get out there and go and do his stuff tonight? Scoring all them goals this season, this is when it matters. This is when the pressure's on. You know, it doesn't matter whether you've got a packed stadium. That feeling of being in a one and you're done game, this is when you really want your top boys to come out and show themselves. So let's see what he does tonight, Oliver Moeller-Jensen, as well as Vaccaro getting a start tonight, getting a nod tonight. Let's see who he gets his name in the lights.
For the folks at home, as you're watching this broadcast, keep an eye on the orange lines on the field. Orange line is your official lines for the soccer pitch. Don't look at any of the white ones. Don't worry about the football lines at all. Worry about the orange lines, which, as you can tell, is very tight on the sidelines, as is the case with many American football fields throughout the country. To the near side, here's Giancarlo Vaccaro. 1v1 with the defender, has help.
Great movement. Nice
pass there, set into the middle, but covered up by Noah Singer, keeper for the visiting Miami squad.
That's what I think we're going to see a lot of, and I'm so happy to say Machado's already getting his opening up his lungs early on here, gets himself right back into position, but, you know, giving us that width that wide.
Miles Shanley getting involved with a physical header right in the middle of the field. Not afraid to jump for a ball, not afraid to put his body into it, is Miles Shanley, the 21-year-old from St. Augustine, Florida, has been a mainstay in the middle of this defense for Jacksonville, which is why he wears that captain's armband. Here's Keegan Anselin trying to send it forward. High ball, middle of the field. And that's out for a Jacksonville throw-in. You can see just how tight. I mean, it's about like 2 or 3 yards there between that line and the fence. So will be something to watch as this carries on.
Something what I was talking about earlier on.
Nifty little flick there between the legs, pushing forward Keegan Anselin.
Oh, brilliant.
He's defender. Taken down inside the box. They point at the spot, and a penalty kick is coming in the 3rd minute for the Jacksonville Armada.
Early advantage there. Fantastic play down the outside, and a great little run from Keegan. Gets himself in behind there and slots a nice little ball in between. And it's definitely a stone wall, really, isn't it? He's got his foot in the way. And he's disappointed as well. He's disappointed in it, of course. 3 minutes into the game, and he's giving away a penalty. But it's a massive opportunity to get your heads in front here and really put a mark on the game. And how you going to move forward from this point as well, from Miami's perspective. Giving away a penalty in the 3rd minute, knowing it's win or go home. It's a tough one. It's a tough one now for them.
This kick will be delayed as the medical staff comes out to check on the defender. I believe that was Cameron Foberg who went down for the visitors, as we take a look at who will take the penalty. Giancarlo Vaccaro was holding it for a moment. Now Isaac Machado's got the ball. I think it probably will be Vaccaro. This has certainly been an Achilles heel for this Jacksonville team over the middle portion of the season, was figuring out who's going to take penalties and are they going to make them. The most recent game, this popped up as an issue as well. So Jacksonville hoping that they'll be able to find the back of the net here and get this early advantage. As you take a look at section 904, the ardent supporting group for this Armada team, no matter where they play, they will follow, and they have followed them here to Edward Waters University to come cheer on the boys in blue this evening. As we hope you're enjoying this matchup wherever you are watching tonight on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. I'll take this opportunity to plug the Twitter, as I always do. At Stuart A.S. Jacks is the place to find me on Twitter. Go ahead and send me a message. Let me know where you are watching from. Tell me what your favorite goal of Jamal's history was. I mean, that's always a good one. We all know which one's our favorite goal. So Noah Singer is the man between the pipes, number 47 in green for Miami. That's a change from past matchups against the Dutch Lions. And as you can see, it is Giancarlo Vaccaro, the Toronto native, 21 years old, and a veteran of this squad, set to take the penalty kick for the Armada. Final officiating moves there.
Big pressure, big pressure.
Big opportunity, big moment early on in this one. 6 minute and a chance for Jacksonville to go ahead from the spot. Injured player makes his way to the sideline. That's what we're waiting on here. Official deems it ready. And time for a penalty kick.
A lot of time in between there.
A lot of time. Steps up and drills it into the back of the net. Giancarlo Vaccaro to the left side. Keeper goes the opposite direction, and Vaccaro makes it 1-0 in the 6th minute.
Fantastic stuff. Obviously, he had a lot of time to be thinking about it there with the injury happening, obviously, in the foul, but he's made no mistake. Made no mistake, and here's another look at it. Body shape going one direction, sends the keeper the completely wrong direction, slots it home to start the game out on top. Absolutely fantastic there from Giancarlo Vaccaro.
As mentioned, Giancarlo Vaccaro, a guy we've been watching here in Jacksonville for quite some time now. That is his first goal of the season. Now 7 career goals he has scored all 4 seasons under head coach Tommy Krzanovich now with that goal tonight. As Miami sends it the other way, looking for a quick answer. Middle of the field. Intercepted. Jacksonville now with some numbers. They will break and push forward. Here's Sebastian Zettel ahead to Oliver Moeller-Jensen. Jensen on the far side has help, has opportunities, takes a shot on his right foot and scores!
Fantastic goal there.
Into the back of the net for Oliver Moeller-Jensen. You said it. Is he going to go out there and make one of those kind of plays? And he does it in the 7th minute and doubles Jacksonville's lead.
And there's the answer. OMJ coming up with the goods as usual. Gets himself in the box. As soon as we're able to get another look at this one, it's absolutely brilliant, and he makes no mistake with the finish. Laces, gets himself in space on the outside, and this is what you want your winger doing, getting himself in the box. First thing is on his mind, get myself in the box, and unleashes an absolutely unbelievable strike that the goalkeeper's got no opportunity to get on the end of there. Fantastic finish from our number 7 there. Oliver Moeller-Jensen gets himself on the score sheet. Great start to a playoff. Brilliant start for the Armada, and I'm sure Tommy now is rubbing his hands together over there with a prospect of getting himself through just after 8 minutes as well.
8 minutes and Jacksonville leads it 2-0, looking to go out there early, make a statement, and do it for the boys and girls in the stands for Section 904. Already popping the smoke, already having a great time this evening. Here is Renato Scherer for the visitors, near side. Finds number 15, Connor McKay. One further pass, right on the edge of the attacking third. They'll drop it now to Ferraro. That's Nicolo Ferraro. 2 Ferraros out there. Here's Roy Keeter. And Miami will look to build. Long ball sent ahead. Big collision there in the middle of the field. Still alive. Chasing it down now is Luca Ferraro, the second of the Ferraro brothers. He'll send across, but it is well off the mark, and it'll be a goal kick for Jacksonville.
Decent build-up as well, you know, and you know what? You cannot count Miami out. You cannot count them out. They're a team that they've been in this position before, and you know, some might say they might even be, you know, a little bit reluctant to go forward when with this firepower that the Armada have, but they stay on their grind. They want to get the ball forward. They want to go and express themselves. So anything can happen. They've just got to keep their focus. Armada have got to keep their focus and concentration throughout this game, throughout the entirety of the game.
Well, the one thing I will say is I don't think they've been looking ahead. They treated this one as a big matchup and knew what was at stake and knew that scoring early would certainly make a big difference. And that's what they've done. I mean, the penalty kick, that's one thing. But then Oliver Moeller-Jensen in the play
Brilliant.
Just goes out there and takes care of business. It was an interesting run, too, because as I'm watching it develop, you got Keegan Ansel and you got Giancarlo Vaccaro, 2 guys making their runs at the same time to give that opportunity. And you know what? He just has that confidence to take on his defender, Juan Giraldo, and then puts it into the back of the net.
Stone cold. Stone cold. And, you know, you look at those types of players and you think to yourself, you know, some people this might be their level. Some people you ask a little bit more of. And, you know, as a developer myself, working in the youth system over here in Jacksonville, you really do look for those differences in players. Who's the one that's going to really bring themselves out in these sort of games? And we talked about no risk, no reward. That's the type of play that you want in these games. It's going to get forward and get themselves in the box just like this.
Speaking of OMJ, here's a cross.
Brilliant
Looking
ball
for
in again.
on the right foot, but unable to put it on frame. It'll be a goal kick Miami, but great idea there. Great ball sent in by Oliver Muller-Jensen, the Danish player, on point so far in this matchup, 10 minutes in.
Yeah, he's taken absolutely every opportunity to just give this left back nightmares tonight. Brilliant start from him. Fantastic ball into the box. And it's every opportunity he gets to go forward. He's just got no thought in his mind of going backwards. No thought in his mind. He's winning the ball back. Looked like he won the ball there on that one.
Strong tackle from Oliver Muller-Jensen here in the first half. Gets a quick chat with the official. It'll be a free kick for Miami. As mentioned, the winner of tonight's matchup hits the road to Naples on Wednesday night. That is a 7 o'clock matchup against Naples FC. For the historical perspective, Jacksonville 1-1-1 against Naples this year. 3 meetings, a win, a loss, and a draw, as Keegan Anselin gets behind the defense.
Get yourself in the box.
On the near side, pushes himself in, cuts it back on his right foot, sends to the middle of the field, shot off the line by the defender. Well played there by Koshe Ebisua for Miami.
Fantastic unselfish play there from Keegan Anselin. Gets himself in a brilliant position inside the box, eyes up, cuts back inside, and most people you think in that position right at the edge of the 6-yard box, go for goal, get yourself on the score sheet. He looks for his mate, Giancarlo Vaccaro, just isn't able to get the purchase on the finish.
Jacksonville switching sides now, pushing forward. Here's Giancarlo Vaccaro, 1v1, pushes it past the defender, just uses the speed to work his way into the 18. Centering ball to Keegan Anselin, just wide of the mark. We'll see, they will say a goal kick. Wasn't sure if that might have deflected off a defender, but
little touch.
Yep, they will say that did deflect off of the defender. So Jacksonville gets its first corner kick of the matchup.
Good eye from the referee there.
I saw it too.
I don't know, you questioned it a little bit, man.
Well, I'm able to hedge. They can't hedge on the field as we get a Campione Law corner kick. Champions for justice, our first of the match. Played quickly by Sebastian Zettel to OMJ. Now back to Zettel on his right foot, takes a shot and scores! Sebastian Zettel with a rocket. Takes a deflection off the keeper's hand and into the back of the net.
Brilliantly worked short corner there, and there was movement in the box to really take the focus off what they were trying to do. And he's got himself short there, cut inside and just unleashed another rocket. What a start, first 15 minutes of the game.
Take another look. Here's Zettel from 17 yards out, just barely deflects, maybe off that defender a touch, and then off the gloves of Singer and into the back of the net. What a confident strike from Zettel.
Absolute missile into the back of the net, and the goalkeeper's got absolutely no chance. That thing's just a homing missile, isn't it? You see the movement on the ball. That was a fantastic view that we got from the cameraman over there. Brilliantly just going through the air. Perfect. Fantastic strike from Zettel. And we've seen him do it time and time again with his switches of play, but now he's able to get himself in a position to get a shot on target, something that they must have been working on through the week. Brilliant from Zettel.
We've certainly watched OMJ score a lot this year. That's now 8 goals for him this year, but quietly Zettel has been putting together a tremendous season as well. 5 goals on the season now for Sebastian Zettel, the Austrian native. Gets his 5th of the night tonight, 5th of the season tonight.
He's getting himself he's really putting himself in contention really this season as being one of the real players that have helped Armada on this run. And you know, long will it continue, but he's put himself on the map this season with some of his performances. And I've heard a lot of talks from players that he's one that you could look to, you know, really make that jump into the next level. And he's been fantastic. And that's another show of his level right there.
It is interesting. At the start of the season, that was a big talking point for us, right? Who on this roster is going to be somebody that the Jacksonville Armada are going to look to the future as a possible member of the MLS Next Pro side? And as the season's gone along, we've kind of settled into just, okay, let's focus on this year a little bit. But that name, Sebastian Zettel, Oliver Muller-Jensen, those kind of guys will certainly pop up. Here's Isaac Machado now working his way towards the 18, centering ball to Illuminato, sends it in. It's knocked away by Miami's defense. Kept in, though, by Giancarlo Vaccaro down by the near side. 1v1 with his defender. Cuts it to his right foot, sends across. player down there for Miami. Falls to Miles Shanley in the middle of the field, and Jacksonville will draw out the defense as we get a whistle there for training staff to come out and take a look at the down player for Miami.
Another real show is Gianluca Vaccaro now. And we talk about the firepower. Now that we've got a break, we can really get a focus on it. OMJ and Gianluca Vaccaro just giving these fullbacks fits over here. Unbelievable stuff. Just the footwork and being able to just go past defenders. That ability is something that, you know, big clubs that come in and have a look at and really want to give these guys opportunities to, you know, jump to the next level. If you are a winger, a young player looking at this game and really trying to make your way throughout this, your youth development, these are the type of players that you want to be looking at for that inspiration. You know, they come out, they play free. They go out and they want to express themselves, and that's what you want to be able to do as an attacking player. Go out and show yourself. Not take you know, risk in your own half, but in those final thirds, you've got to be able to get past players. And that's what they're showing tonight. Brilliant stuff from both of them again.
And Miami looks like they will be making their first substitution of this matchup. Juan Giraldo coming off with the injury. And we'll get you that substitute's name. That's him right there. If he turns around, we'll tell you his number. We can't see it from up here at the booth either. But Miami,
he's got good hair. He's got good hair.
Do you like the hair?
A little curly afro, mate.
Yeah, okay.
You know, as a man with no hair anymore, you know, I appreciate good hair.
That's good.
Find out what his name is.
That is number 13. And, of course, there's no number 13 on their roster. So, we'll let you guys guess at home. I'm going to say Ori Ulster, the second of the 14s that they have on the team. So, we're going to call him Ori for the rest of the way. And if we're right, great.
I'm sure we'll get a message or a tweet letting us know that his name is not Ori.
You know what? We may not.
We might get it right.
1 in 18 chance. Generally how that works. Oh, yeah, that's Ori. Instagram confirmed.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I feel pretty good about it. But, yeah, that's him right there. That's definitely him.
No,
Ori Ulster.
No, it's...
Not Darren Rios. That's not
There it
Darren.
is.
Get out. No, it's not. I don't trust you, Lou. We got conflicting information here. Here's Giancarlo Vaccaro. We'll focus on the players on the field, and then we'll worry about who may or may not be on the field. We're having a dispute without words between myself and the public address booth right next door on who it may or may not be. I'm going with Ori until I know otherwise. Could be Logan Allard. Hard to say. I can tell you that that's Sebastian Zettel with the ball for the Jacksonville Armada. Oh, that's not Logan Allard. No way. We got the internet at our hands. There's no way that's that player. Okay. Let's get back to the action here and focus on this matchup. We're already 19 minutes into this thing. Jacksonville leading it 3-0. It's going to be all about keeping up the intensity, both on the field and, well, in the broadcast booth. We need to stay on point, Jamal. Stay focused. The NPSL playoffs we're talking about.
Exactly. And it's a fantastic game that we're watching as well. 20 minutes in, and I mean, if you want to watch a game and you have the time to tune in with us, and you are tuned in with us, you are in for a treat, because the Armada are putting on a show this evening.
Here's Paul Danner sending it long, looking for Keegan Anslin. Bounces off the shoulder and will fall to who I am saying is Ori Ulster. Could be, maybe not. Don't know. That's Randy Hernandez. Ahead now to Renato Scherer, being defended strongly by Miles Shanley.
And, you know, seeing him playing in that midfield role, I think he's doing a fantastic job.
It's been a different look, right?
Yeah, but I mean, he's got that size. He's really imposing, out of possession, being able to break up play as he just has.
Well done there between he and Paul Danner. A little wrestling match. That's an obvious call there against Hernandez. Just has his arms completely around the waist of Keegan Anslin.
I mean, it's Saturday night, a bit of UFC, a bit of MMA.
Yeah.
Little takedown attempt.
I don't see an octagon down there, but we'll make it work. Field's more of a rectangle.
and Keegan actually refused to go down there.
Here is Zettel ahead now. Oliver Muller-Jensen right in the mix of all those orange jerseys. This will deflect away, and Noah Singer retrieves for the Dutch Lions.
A great mix of the game tonight, I feel, from the Armada, the way that they're playing. There has been balls in behind that have been quite direct, but there has been the width that's still used, even on this narrow field. Here they are in good possession again with Keegan Anselin.
Anselin, middle of the field, that first touch a little strong, and that ball got away from him, kind of slowing down the run as they went. Here's Nick Erd playing that right outside back tonight. He'll be on this upcoming throw-in. One of the Jacksonville natives on this year's roster. Ball sent ahead by Zettel. Some more physical play there between Anselin and the defense. And now pushing ahead is Zettel. Sends it to the near side. Here's Giancarlo Vaccaro. Cuts it back. Still has it. 3 orange jerseys around him. Tries to drop it to Zettel. Comes to Zettel eventually. Has Machado making a run. That's where he sends it to the near side. Number 16 back into the middle of the field. Illuminato has Zettel behind him. Instead goes to the near side. Machado. Those are your 3 guys in the triangle here. Now Vaccaro ahead. Back to Vaccaro. Just a little too strong. And they will say a goal kick as that goes off Jacksonville last.
Good look at Tommy Kruzanovic there. He's got to be happy with the performance that his boys are putting on this evening.
I mean, yeah, it's 3-0 early. I would be happy as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Making a plan and being able to go ahead with it and actually coming together is always a good thing.
Here's Vaccaro now. Near side, sends his cross, looking for the head.
Great stuff.
Into the back of the net by Anselin.
Brilliant goal there. Gianluca Vaccaro, and being able to switch the play out over there to him and puts in a fantastic ball. Beautifully dispatched from Keegan Anselin to get his name on the score sheet. In a game where we're up 4-0 in 23 minutes. And here's another look at it. Fantastic ball in, as we said. Keegan Anselin gets up, just rises like a salmon. Back where it came from, into the corner of the net, leaving the goalkeeper with no chance again. Brilliant start.
Where are the orange jerseys to contest him on that? I know that Keegan's a tall target at 6'4", but you got to put a body on him or something there at that point. Just he was able to guide that thing into the back of the net without any resistance, as nobody leaked with him there.
The movement and the switching of the point of attack is something that catches this team off time and time again. And you'll see it when Sebastian Zettel gets himself in comfortable possession and the ball's coming from one direction, he switches it back out wide again. They are not able to keep their man. They are not able to find who they're supposed to be marking, and the organisation just isn't there. There's got to be more communication from this Miami team if they're to keep this score at something that's respectable, which, to me personally, we're already past that.
Yeah,
4-0 after 25.
2 very different feelings on these 2 benches. I mean, you look at Jacksonville, though, I will say, Tommy's never one to crack a smile in the 90. You got to wait till the clock has reached 0 and wrapped up for him to be able to crack a smile. Hey, there's Goffey in the crowd. Head coach of the Armada women's team there with his young one checking out the action, as well as all these fans here on the campus of Edward Waters University.
Brilliant to see him in attendance tonight.
Congrats, by the way, to Goffey and that women's squad finishing up their first season. 4 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws. A nice foundation to build upon for the girls in blue. Their first year of playing in the WPSL. And it was a lot of fun to get to know some of those players and just being able to see them make an impact here on the community in Northeast Florida, the way this men's squad has for years now.
Absolutely, yeah. They definitely given a good account of themselves. And it's a respectable finish to a season. As you said, a great foundation that they've laid to move forward on.
All right, we pick it back up after that hydration break, as it is a warm one outside. Players getting that chance to rehydrate there after the 4th goal. Keegan Anselin getting on the scoreboard for the boys in blue. Long ball sent ahead by Miami, chased down by Thiago Mendez. Down by the corner flag is number 16. Has help from McKay. Here's Connor McKay. Nice move back into the middle, into the 18, but diffused by Paul Danner, who's just been an absolute rock in that defense all season long. And Giancarlo Vaccaro, he's been known to do a thing or two that's pretty impressive out there on the field.
Absolutely, yeah. having fun out there. We're playing with a smile on his face. Even as he's closing down the defender there, he's still got a smile on his face. They're enjoying themselves out there tonight. And we say it's a hot one, but they're definitely bringing the heat this evening.
Here's a shot from distance from Miami, and that will be a goal kick for the Armada. That might be their first shot of the matchup here in the 26th minute, just to show kind of how dominant this performance has been. Jeremy Costi, we haven't even had to say his name yet, as the man between the pipes wearing the yellow top today.
I really, really do like this formation that they're coming out with this evening, with Miles Shanley playing in that deeper line role in midfield rather than playing centrally as a centre-back. They've got him pushed on, and that's a very, very much so a key element to this evening's game. He's being able to break up play and dispatch the likes of Sebastian Vettel in there, getting Antonio Illuminato on the ball, and seeing them play with a little bit more freedom in there rather than having to take care so much of their defensive roles.
I think one thing that I've really liked about Shanley in that role has been his ability to get physical and get in some of those 50-50 balls. You talk about the players that generally occupy that space for the Armada. I mean, Zetto and Illuminato, 5'9", 5'10". You throw in Miles Shanley at 6'2", and you've got a big physical guy in the middle to help you out with that. As this ball goes off of, they're going to say Keegan Anselin for a goal kick Miami.
Yeah, and I know, and you can even look back, we don't have to look back too far to look at previous games playing against this Miami Dutch Lions team. At this time in previous games, they were able to create opportunities to get shots off on goal from deep line positions. Now, if you put, as he has, put a Miles Shanley in there, it stops them from being able to gain that possession. And I mean, they haven't got Sanfilippo playing in the starting lineup. That's one of the players that was able to have that effect. And you would have seen Ebisuwa getting on the ball in these areas here, being able to drive forward. But here's Miami on the way forward.
Pushing forward, ahead, knocked away by Jacksonville.
Shanley again in that area, just breaking up play. Real reason why he's in there. That's the real reason why he's in there.
Yeah, when you get to a point in the game where it's 4-0 and you don't need to be as offensive-minded now, Jacksonville will still push for more goals, certainly. But you get to this point, Miles Shanley can certainly drop, and what was 2 in the back quickly becomes 3, in addition to your 2 wingers. I mean, that's a strong 5-man defensive line that's not going to let anybody through to the quarterback. No. In this case, Jeremy Costa. You love that analogy, I know you do.
I really don't like it. It's not the same game.
What do you mean? Well, look at the field. I see a lot of lines and numbers on there.
Yeah, you could be mistaken.
What are you talking about? I see all the lines down there. Long ball ahead, looking for Mendez, but here this one gets behind. Costi able to play forward. Mendez not happy with that pass from his teammates, as this ball is intercepted by McKay before he gets it knocked away by Machado. Nice job by Isaac Machado there to step up and play that defensive position as that wing back. Long ball sent ahead, looking for Oliver Muller-Jensen.
And there's trouble.
Jensen working through his pace, couple body bumps left and right. That's good give and take. I like it. Referee lets both of those go, as he should.
Well done from Nick there.
Yeah, well done. Jacksonville keeps its possession, middle of the field.
Just no chances being taken in possession or out of possession from the Armada. Not giving them a sniff in this game.
Ahead here to Machado, drops for Vaccaro. Works his way through the defense, taken down is Zettel, and Jacksonville will have a free kick opportunity now from the 20-yard line. See, I know that because it's on the field. It's about 30 yards from goal. See, quick math there for you. Take another look here as Vaccaro takes on his defender, then Zettel gets taken down as well. So Jacksonville from 30 yards out, we'll see if Antonio Illuminato has a little magic in that foot of his, or if he sets up one of his teammates. More likely. Nice little chip ball, headed by Anselin, high in the air, collision, still alive, and there's the foul. They will call the foul against Jacksonville's Callum Frogson.
It's up there to go and win. And I mean, granted, when there is a goalkeeper that goes down, obviously the referee has just got an obligation, I feel, to really protect protect goalkeepers. But that one's up there for them both to go for. If he doesn't come out and he's strong, you can't award a free kick.
You take another look, and
he's got to protect himself, and he's gone up there, all ends up. and he's ended up on his back.
Oh, nice little fake there by Mendez, chasing this ball down. Met quickly by Callum Frogson. We just saw him on the other end. Well, this is his more natural position in defense and does well there. As this one goes out for a throw in Miami.
Such a good player, so composed. And he's able to get himself in the way. Recovery pace to help out his mate with the cover. Brilliant from Callum Frogson again.
Good pressure by Shanley, forces the turnover.
Keegan
Anselin gets by the defense, only the keeper to beat. He cuts back into the middle, sends the cross. Here's Oliver Moeller Jensen. 5th goal of the match for Jacksonville, 2nd for OMJ, and the Fleet is sailing at high speed tonight.
Unbelievable again. Brilliant stuff from Keegan Anselin to get himself in behind. Smart play, gets himself in space, is able to square it across unselfishly to give his mate an opportunity to get another goal on the night, and he dispatches it with perfection again, as we have now come to expect from our number 7, Oliver Moeller Jensen. Brilliant stuff again.
9 goals on the season for OMJ as he picks up his brace tonight. 2nd goal of the evening for number 7, Oliver Moeller Jensen, the Valenbeek, Denmark native, has been phenomenal this season.
They are not messing about. This forward line is not playing any games tonight. All 3 of them with their name on the score sheet, and I'm expecting more. After 30 minutes to be able to be up 5-0 in a win or go home match. They showed up tonight, and I don't know what Tommy's given them in the team speak before the game, but this is a completely different game that we're seeing this evening, and mentality from the Armada side.
Centering ball there from Vaccaro to Zettel. Now back to Giancarlo, down by the corner flag. Well defended by Randy Hernandez. And trying to see if this will be a corner or a throw-in. Looks like it'll be a throw-in for Jacksonville.
Strong challenge there again from the Miami Dutch Lions. Randy Hernandez.
Quick throw in. Now dropping back to Shanley into the middle. A lot of blue jerseys there. Jacksonville needs to spread it out a bit. Here's Zettel. Oh, Vaccaro trying to make a run. Illuminato gets involved. Machado, Anselin. A lot of Jacksonville players, as mentioned, right there in the center of that play. Here's Shanley ahead. Finds Illuminato, but defused by Miami and a foul committed by Antonio. She had a plane with a banner fly over the field. I think it says Go Armada. I think that's what that says there. Actually, it's for someone. Who's that for?
It says Go Armada.
No, it says, does it say Luna? I think it says Luna, will you marry me? So Luna, if you're watching tonight's matchup, or if you're in the crowd here, I really hope that somebody in the crowd, if they're in the crowd, somebody let me know, because that's tremendous.
That's amazing.
I don't know if we've had a proposal at a Jacksonville Armada game before, but if Luna's out there, I hope you see that plane flying high over the stadium.
Have a look up.
I'm keeping an eye on the stands here to see if there's like a Luna over there.
And if he's the right one for you, make sure you say yes.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You got to say yes. You get the plane flying overhead. I know I'm asking a lot for our camera people, but
that is unbelievable. Honestly, she's got to say yeah. Come on, darling.
Can we see? Do you see anybody on a knee in the crowd? I know we're distracting you from this broadcast here, but it's 5-0 Jacksonville. We're enjoying the plane flying overhead for Luna.
It's all happening. We've got proposals, plane proposals. We've got 5 goals on the scoreboard. What a night it is! 6th of July. Just had fireworks. Now we're bringing even more this evening.
Can we get Luna in the booth for the second half? I know I'm not asking a lot, but can we get Luna in the booth for the second half? Can we find Luna?
Where are you? Send us a message.
Can we find the people who are going to get married at a Jacksonville Armada game of the future? This is what I need to know. It's 5-0. Let's staff if we can work on finding Luna. Somebody find me Luna. All right.
I'm looking for movement in the crowd.
I haven't seen, well,
maybe she do.
It's coming back for a third pass, so it's got to be this game, right? It's got to be somebody in the crowd at this game. And if they haven't seen it already, I don't know what to say.
Just look up.
Someone's got to take a picture up there of it, yeah. That is tremendous.
Great possession again in the build there from Armada. We'll go back to our regular scheduled programming over here. Just a real confidence in their play this evening. Just movement all over, the midfield movement. If there's two sitting, you know, they're moving and creating angles to receive the ball from this back four or back three.
Here's Zettel ahead now to Paul Danner. Nice ball ahead to Vaccaro in the middle of the field. We mentioned Danner earlier in this broadcast. He has just been phenomenal. The German defender certainly has been a terrific addition to the squad this year as one of those newcomers. Oh. Beautiful ball by OMJ. Certainly putting on for the home crowd here tonight as Jacksonville takes possession and loses it. Lots of orange jerseys there in the middle of the field. See if Miami can push forward now. Ebisua hands it off. Pushing forward now for Miami, but out of reach, and this will fall all the way back to Jeremy Costi. Gets another touch. 37th minute of play here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. We've been distracted by a plane proposal. We've been distracted by a lot of really good goals. That last one by Oliver Moeller Jensen, bringing him up to 9 on the season. Stuart Weber here along with Jamal Johnson as we've done most of the season with you. Yeah, there it is. We got the shot. Luna, if you're out there, if you're watching this thing, I mean, you're obviously here. You're not watching the broadcast. Because if you're not here, that is a poor allocation of funds. I'm just going to say it. If
At least give us a heads up.
I mean, right?
Send us a message. Let us know that there's going to be a plane flying over if you're trying to do that, mate.
Here's Giancarlo Vaccaro. 2 defenders, drops it back, and there's the foul call. Jacksonville will have another opportunity from about 30 yards out.
How's she going to see it? Like, how's she going to see it, mate?
Well, she's got to be in the stands.
Or she just lives in the area.
No, it's got to be someone at this game. You wouldn't, like, the plane has purposely been flying overhead at Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium. It's done a few loops, right?
If somebody knows, please, shoot him. Stuart, what's the handle?
At Stuart A.S. Jacks, as this ball gets sent in. Big collision there in the box, and
the goalkeeper's took he's on the wrong end of that there.
Took a big hit there.
He's definitely on the wrong end of that. And he's down. I think he's got a pair of studs in his chest.
When we take a look at this ball sent in by Jacksonville oncoming players, and collision there from Illuminato and Noah Singer for Miami. As the medical staff will come out to take a look at both of those two after that collision. Illuminato down as well for the Armada.
On a second look, it looks as though Illuminato was just able to get his foot out of the way, so it didn't, go into, in a more dangerous area in the upper body.
We take another look at it here. Here's Zettel's ball in. Illuminato making that run. He was able to pull that foot back at the last second, but you still get a harsh collision there between the two players playing hard for the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, there's not. And if you're watching from home, it's no real sort of intent. I feel the contact obviously happened, but it's no real intent there from Illuminato to try and make any serious or trying to put any inflict any damage on the goalkeeper there.
Anybody in there look like a Luna? We got a Luna in there. My money was on Section 904.
Yeah, I would have thought it would have been someone from Section 904.
I'd hope there'd be like pictures being taken, and at halftime we'll try and find some information for you, see if we can figure something out for you.
I'm hoping we can get some sort of information.
We got people down there. I like that we're panning. One of these people could be Luna. It's possible. You never know.
Where are you?
Luna could be in this shot. Luna could be over there. Maybe Luna's over here. We could find Luna. Unless it was a no, and then Luna probably left. If it was a no and it's 5-0, you're leaving, right?
She may have found
you're not sticking around at that point.
I mean, I've got to get out of here.
If it was a close game, maybe, but that's... 5-0. You're out of here. All right, good to see Noah Singer back to his feet. He's walking around all right.
Kind of gingerly, though, it looks like.
Yeah. He took a hard hit there. Certainly feeling it, I'm sure. He'll get some ice.
He's given a good thumbs up there, so I'm hoping he's all right.
Get some ice, and halftime about 5 minutes away, too, so that'll be helpful.
Get yourself through, mate. Get yourself through. He's had a rough night for the first 40 minutes. Hopefully he's able to get himself through the rest of the game.
All right, let's get this thing restarted. Little reset for you here as we enter the final 5 minutes, of this first half. If you're just joining us, Jacksonville with a penalty kick to get things started in the 6th minute. Giancarlo Vaccaro scoring for the boys in blue. Less than 1 minute later, Oliver Muller Jensen into the scorebook. A 7th minute goal and an absolute beauty of a shot from just inside the 18. 5 minutes later, in the 12th minute, Sebastian Zettel added his name to the score sheet. His 5th goal of the season off a beautiful assist from OMJ. Then in the 22nd, Keegan Anselin made it 4, heading the ball in. Anselin scoring off another Zettel assist. Zettel with 2 assists and a goal so far this game. And then Oliver Muller Jensen gets his brace, a 2nd goal. As you see Giancarlo Vaccaro just use absolute speed to get by his defender. Now a centering pass to Zettel on his right foot. Deflected away, back to Oliver Muller Jensen. Now to Zettel. Zettel, Illuminato, Zettel still alive. Here's Keegan Anselin getting involved. Now Giancarlo Vaccaro on the near side, sends across, deflected once, twice, and it'll be a corner kick for the Armada.
As we said earlier on, he's just giving them fits. Giving them absolute fits down this left-hand side. Gianluca Vaccaro just being unleashed down the outside of the field, but it's followed by some very intricate passing play at the top of the area from Zettel. Being able to find Giancarlo Vaccaro on the right side, but he just isn't able to get the finish off. Fantastic play from the Armada once again.
I mean, you saw those quick successive passes one after another, just beautifully done. Here is Zettel sending his ball into the 18, looking for the head of Danner, on that back post. That instead goes off of Logan Allard for Miami. Will be a Jacksonville throw-in.
And this is the building. This is the build for this Armada team now. This is the build into the final, most important stage of the season for them, into the playoffs. And if there's any indication of what's to happen, here's another chance.
Here's Muller Jensen, deflected away, 2nd opportunity, and in! A hat trick for OMJ as Jacksonville makes it 6-0 in the 43rd minute.
And look at what it means to him. His 2nd of the season now. 2 hat tricks this season. This kid is on absolute fire. Flames coming off his boots. 10 goals in the season, got himself double figures. Going into his 2nd year. He is going to be ecstatic going into his final couple of games of the season now, and obviously going into his career. He's starting off something special here. Brilliant stuff as we see it again. Gets himself first opportunity to get himself on the score sheet again. Fires in with his left foot and makes no mistake about it on the rebound. Brilliant stuff again from OMJ.
6-0 Jacksonville here in the closing moments of this first half. Of course he's got a big smile. He becomes the 2nd Jacksonville Armada player under head coach Tommy Krasanovic with a double-digit scoring season as he gets his 10th. Of course, Alex Iarides putting up 11. That's the franchise high back in 2022, at least in this NPSL.
Here he is again.
As the flag goes up. An offside call against Jacksonville.
Still with a smile on his face.
You're not going to be able to erase that smile off his face tonight.
Danger. Absolute danger man in this group.
The only question is, how much smoke did Section 904 bring for tonight's matchup?
Hopefully smoke, man.
Hope they brought a lot.
It's every goal, so yeah, they're probably going to run out by half time.
No, I bet they brought a lot.
You reckon they brought enough?
I reckon they brought a lot. They always do. They get that stuff on sale, on wholesale. They've got like warehouses full of it, man.
Watch it. If it's going to be like this for the rest of these playoffs, they're going to need that wholesale pricing, because this is just unreal. 6 goals in the first half from the Armada.
6 is a lot.
6 is definitely a lot. And a game against, they have been a team that we've been able to.
This was a 2-0 game the last time these two teams played, and that was in Jacksonville.
You thought they were able to find the solutions, but when you're not starting Sanfilippo, I'm not entirely sure whether it's an injury, but it takes away so much of their game. And you know what? After watching them for 3 games, you know who the trouble comes around. What a ball. What a ball.
Here's Keegan Anselin behind the defense,
Oh, it's
and
brilliant.
in! The extra point makes it 7 for Jacksonville.
Unbelievable. What am I seeing from Oliver Mulliensen on this night? He's just been unplayable. What a ball, the vision and the execution to be able to find that pass, and then the finish is just out of this world, isn't it? Composure.
Near side, short side, no problem.
And we've seen it before from Keegan Anselin. He's able to produce these types of finishes, and he's able to produce that type of game intelligence of where he understands the space, understands that if the goalkeeper's coming out of him, he's got to make a quick decision, and he makes that decision. The early shot catches the keeper completely off guard, and it's a tough night for Noah Singer this evening.
Oliver Muller-Jensen now 3 goals and 2 assists on the evening. So just a terrific first 45 minutes. May I remind you, we are in the first half.
Just the first half.
Still in the first half.
Crazy hours here at Waters.
We've reached injury time, by the way. Not sure on how many minutes, but probably not a lot. Here's Giancarlo Vaccaro on the near side. That ball intercepted by Ori Ulster. Maybe. Pushing forward now for Miami's Connor McKay. I know that one. Looking for help, but surrounded by blue jerseys. And referee puts the whistle in his mouth, and there we go. That is your halftime whistle, mercifully for the Miami Dutch Lions, as Jacksonville goes ahead 7-0. A 45th minute goal from Keegan Anselin, the cherry on top, and Jacksonville leads it 7-0 at the break. Whew. Jamal, we'll break this thing down and we'll talk about a lot of those goals. We got some highlights to show you for sure here on the halftime show. But we want to thank you so much for joining us here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network. Your halftime show's coming up next. The Armada lead it 7-0 in this NPSL playoff matchup.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow, how much revenue share you can earn. Just imagine.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You've come to the right place.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Jacksonville as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs Wolves and West Ham take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jaguars. With the series trophy on the line, Competition will be fierce. Tickets on sale now for as low as $35. Buy your tickets today at StatesideCup.com.
And welcome back to Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium. You see the score. That is not a football score. The Jacksonville Armada Football Club does lead the Miami Dutch Lions 7-0 at the half here on the campus of Edward Waters University in this National Premier Soccer League playoff opener. Win or go home time for the Jacksonville Armada, and so far, well, they're looking at win. Win appears to be the intended outcome. Here's a look at your first half highlights. Giancarlo Vaccaro getting it started from the spot. 6-minute goal on the penalty kick to open the scoring, and little did we know how much scoring there would be over the course of this first 45 minutes. Then Oliver Muller-Jensen taking it up the far side, works his way into the box and rips it. Just supreme confidence from number 7 to get by his defender and score the early goal for Jacksonville. Later in the first half, it's OMJ sending it long, and an opportunity there for Keegan Anslin. He would get his a little later on, but first, Sebastian Zettel takes a rip off the post and in. Just a gorgeous rip there from number 23, Sebastian Zettel for Jacksonville. Later in the first half, here's Anslin off his head and scores to get on the scoring sheet. He would add a second later. We'll see that in just a moment. But Anslin scores for the Jacksonville Armada, making it 4-0. Then OMJ, his second goal, and he would quickly follow that with a third goal as well. But here is Keegan Anslin behind the defense, 45th minute, no problem, as he puts it in the back of the net. Jacksonville leading this thing 7-0. 7-0, as it has been absolute domination for the Jacksonville Armada over the Miami Dutch Lions in this game that they had to win. They score so much, we can't even keep up in the broadcast booth. It's unbelievable. 12 shots, 10 of them on goal for Jacksonville, and that's how you get a 7-0 lead, as Miami able to put together just one shot over the course of that first 45 minutes. I don't think they even made Jeremy Kostieff to touch the ball until the 23rd minute or so of this one, as Jacksonville just absolutely dominated early on in this matchup. Jamal, this is textbook. This is what you want to see if you're head coach Tommy Krasanovic.
Absolutely. On a night like this, where the pressure's on, they've come up trumps in the first half, and those are the damning numbers right there, right? I mean, efficiency has been the word of the night, I think. Chances that have been created have just been dispatched quite freely, really, on the night. Obviously, with it being 7 goals to the good for the Armada, but it's just been a fantastic, confident display, really, hasn't it?
Yep, and I expect some wholesale changes in the second half, although you look at some of the players for the Armada in the second half, they've got some really good players on the bench as well, and we'll see what Tommy Krasanovic does when we get to the second half of this one. All right, the halftime show rolls on. Coming up next, we'll take a look around the league. That is next right here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network.
Luna, where are you?
International soccer returns to Jacksonville this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Northeast Florida as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs West Ham and Wolves take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tickets are on sale now for as low as $35 at StatesideCup.com.
Ancla Dorada. The official bear of your Jacksonville Armada.
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 Network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming, from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, And it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained, and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at BoldCityAC.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. BoldCityAC.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at BoldCityAC.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
Is Luna one of the folks in this shot? This is the mystery of the night. Will we find Luna by the end? Look, the result is already done, right? We know Jacksonville is going to win this. They're up 7-0 at the half. We got to find Luna. That is the goal of the evening. Stuart Weber here alongside Jamal Johnson to catch you up. Lots of goals and a plane flying overhead with a Luna, will you marry me? Like, if they had like a name at the end of it that said who it was asking, that might have helped us. You know, give us a little more information. We've got our scouts down there trying to find out if Luna's in attendance. Did Luna say yes? There's a lot of questions to be answered here in this matchup. Jacksonville leads at 7-0, and it is the opening round of the NPSL Playoffs. We mentioned it's a different format this year, where of the 8 teams in the conference, 6 of them made the playoffs. Jacksonville playing host tonight against Miami. Winner of this one plays Naples on Wednesday. On the other side of the bracket, Columbus United and Tallahassee playing up there in Muskogee County. Columbus, Georgia, the newcomer here in this NPSL. In their first season, getting to host a playoff game against Tallahassee SC. That one scoreless because they are just getting started. Had a little rain up there at Kinnett Stadium, one of the high school football stadiums there. I've covered many a game there at Kinnett Stadium in beautiful Columbus, Georgia, on the north side of Columbus. That's where I lived before Jacksonville. Fun fact for you. You take a look at, here's your overall standings, and this is how it worked, right? You split these 8 teams into 2 kind of divisions. Global Soccer Pathways, Miami, Jacksonville, Naples on one side, New Orleans, Tallahassee, Columbus, Pensacola on the other. So that's why we have Jacksonville hosting Miami, the 3 and the 6. Ignore those numbers. Winner of that plays at Naples on Wednesday. On the other half of the division, conference, whatever you want to call it, Tallahassee at Columbus. You see that, 5-4. Winner of that one plays at Pensacola. Then, a week from tonight, whoever has the highest of those remaining teams will host the conference championship game against the winner of the other side of the conference. So, kind of how that looks. You could tell that 3 teams performed very, very well this season. Jacksonville obviously going to rue some lost points over the course of this year, without a doubt. But that's kind of how that goes. But we will be keeping an eye on that other matchup with Columbus United hosting Tallahassee SC to see who will play at Pensacola on Wednesday, as well as the rest of this one, as we wait to see who will move on between Jacksonville and Miami. It's got to be Jacksonville. We'll have that for you in the second half. More coming up on the 24/7 network.
Guess who's back?
Get your tickets at JacksonvilleArmada.com.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots, although here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
People helping people is at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
And welcome back, fans. We are back here, and it's 7-0 to the good for the Armada against Miami Dutch Lions in our playoff game. We will be back after these short messages.
People helping people is at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow, how much revenue share you can earn. Just imagine.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots, although here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Jacksonville as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs Wolves and West Ham take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jaguars. With the series trophy on the line, competition will be fierce. Tickets on sale now for as low as $35. Buy your tickets today at statesidecup.com.
And welcome back to Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium, home of tonight's NPSL playoff opener for your Jacksonville Armada. The Armada going through some wholesale changes here at the half as we get you started in this second half of action. An entirely new front line, as the old front line all scored a lot of goals. So no Kavift, Luke Granitor, Alex Iarides entering the matchup for Oliver Moeller, Jensen, Keegan Anslin, and Giancarlo Vaccaro, and a change on the backside as well. A short, efficient night for Jeremy Costi. I think he touched the ball twice in those first 45 minutes. It'll be the 18-year-old Jackson Bennett who will play the second half and hopefully get some valuable minutes in his development as a young goalkeeper. We'll see how this second half develops, as Jacksonville leads this thing 7-0, as we mentioned, an NPSL playoff opener. I'm Stuart Weber here alongside Jamal Johnson, ready for this second half of action. Miami, not sure if they've made any changes. We'll see and catch up on those over the course of this second half. Looks like, by the way, David Sanfilippo is in the game, number 10. Your guy. You were impressed by his play before.
Yeah, I think he's a great player. I think he's got, one of the players at least that has the ability to change a game. He's a game changer. He is able to pop off shots. He's confident. And I think regardless of the scoreline, he's still going to try to give a good account of himself this evening. And it's a long shot, at 7-0 down. But we'll have a look at him. This is the number 10 for Miami Dutch Lions. See if he can make an impact tonight.
Get a new keeper, as well as Gabriel Quadranti will come in for Noah Singer. You saw him coming off, and there's Quadranti, number 1, set to enter the game for Miami. As one would expect, plenty of changes across the board for both teams. 7-0. The outcome of this one is already decided. Now we'll see if these players can go out there and get some good work in, right? I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you have to play the second 45. You might as well make it count.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, this is a game where anything can happen. We've seen some fantastic play from the Armada, and I don't want to say that there's no way back in for Miami Dutch Lions.
There's no way back in for Miami Dutch Lions, I'll say it. There's the whistle for the second half as this 45 minutes begin. It's 7-0, Jamal. I mean, yes, there is always a possibility.
And they're on the way again.
Here's Luke Granitor taking out a hard tackle here to start, and there's your first booking as the yellow card is out for Ori Ulster, the substitute in the first half, with just a hard tackle on Luke Granitor. Welcome to the game, right? Second half substitute for the Armada, and immediately taken down. As you see, he makes that run down the right side. And really
took his shin pad off.
Not a whole lot of play towards the ball there. Luckily, Granitor pops right back up for the Armada.
Tough guy.
Able to get back into this thing. So, 46th minute. Jacksonville will have a set piece opportunity here. What do you think? Do you think it ends at 7?
I think there's a good chance that it won't.
I think that's fair. Here's Isaac Machado, the Destin native, on his left foot. Sends it into the box and just sends it into the back of the net. Why not? Isaac Machado makes it 8. I guess it won't finish 7-0. 47th minute, and Jacksonville gets back to its scoring ways from the first half. Isaac Machado just sends that thing in. It didn't. I don't think it touched anybody, right?
It didn't.
Iarides didn't get a piece of that, did he?
Completely.
I think it went right over his head. He wanted to.
Completely lose the goalkeeper there, and I think
maybe he was expecting a move there. He's just into the game. He's still stretching.
He's not even warmed up.
He's still stretching. Yeah. Well, he didn't know he was coming in. I don't think.
Get in the game.
Yeah, I don't know if he was. Yeah, he's still stretching over there.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough one for the Miami Dutch Lions, but it's just something that we see from every player that is coming on for the Armada. They're able to make an impact on the game, and that all started, from Granitor taking a positive look on his opportunity to play in this game and getting forward straight away and putting his back line under pressure. They end up getting the free kick, and it's dispatched from Machado.
8-0 Jacksonville. That's their highest scoring output of the season, picking up an 8-0 victory over Global Soccer Pathways earlier in the year. This one a playoff matchup against Miami Dutch Lions. As this ball sent long by Quadranti, new into the game as the keeper for Miami.
And, you know, I don't like to say it, but we've seen this before from the Armada. You know, they go ahead in the first playoff round game, and, you know, they're kind of reluctant to keep that sort of flow going. But this doesn't seem as though this year that's something that's going to happen. I feel as though they've got a great chance moving forward with the confidence that they're playing with. It's just, it's really unnerving for teams that are going to be, you know, they're going to be up against. Sending a real message to the rest of the league. We're here, we're ready, and we really want to take it all this year.
This ball goes out for a Jacksonville throw-in. You saw David Sanfilippo into the game for the visitors, as is Roy Abutbal. Making his way in, number 17, Roy. They have two Roys, both spelled R-O-I. Just a fun nugget for you there at home. Here's Sanfilippo, middle of the field. I just thought everybody should know there's two Roys
information there.
with R-O-I.
Do what you want with that information.
Do what you will with that information. Here's Ebi Sua outside the box. A little physical play, knocked away. Here comes Jacksonville on the break. Alex Iarides, Kavif to his left. He's got Zettel to his right. Sends it long. Zettel chasing it down now. Sebastian Zettel sends a cross back in, headed back down, and cleared away by Ulster.
Not very far, though, only 30 yards away from his own goal. Chandler with a fantastic touch to bring that down. Brilliant. He looks the part in there, doesn't he, as a 6?
Well, he does wear the number 6, so.
Oh, I mean,
might as well. Here's Machado, fresh off joining the score sheet. And this one's into the fans. Did Luna catch it? Who caught it? We're still looking. I've sent a message to Section 904. I've got no response. They're clearly enjoying the game a little too much to be answering me. Which, you know, hey, I don't blame them, you know. Near side now. Here's Nick Erb. Callum Frogson for Jacksonville. Get you some names here. Here's Jackson Bennett, Jacksonville FC product. Turns 19 later this year. 6'4". Going to go to Belmont Abbey and play his college ball. Centering ball here to Alex Iarides. Being held by a couple players. Still able to work his way physically through. Erb sends long. Chased down by Luke Granitor into the corner. Granitor looking to cross. Does so. High ball to Kavif. Brings it down with 1 foot. Maybe trying to get a little too tricky there. As Danner will now push forward. For Jacksonville, it's all about finding what's going to work on Wednesday against Naples at this point, right? You want to almost think ahead a little bit. Think ahead to what strategies do we need to work on, that we need to put into a game situation, because at this point it's practice. Yeah. You're up 8-0. The decision, the outcome is decided. Now you're already thinking about Naples. Long ball ahead to Kavik. Brings it down on his foot. Just unable to corral it as this falls back to Miami's back line.
I think that's one that Kafik's going to want back, because that's a fantastic ball in from Zettel over the top. And as I've said, you know, he's been able to get himself on the score sheet this evening, but that's what we've come to know about Zettel. He's able to unlock defences with his passing ability and just create pretty much chances out of nothing. If you are able to just have a look over your shoulder to see if there's spacing behind, and you are a player that wants to take chances and make that run, he's someone that can find you in there. He's so aware of where his players want to be, aware of where to put the ball, to put his players in the right positions. You read is again here on the attack. But he's able to just find people and be behind Sebastian Zettel, and he's done it again there.
Yeah, we talk about Jacksonville bringing on its substitutes. Well, you bring on some players who also pretty good at finding the back of the net. Iarides and Kavith, both with 3 goals on the season.
Iarides top goal scorer for the club still?
All time with 20 overall goals over the course of 4 seasons with Jacksonville. Of course, has that career high of 11 back in 2022, the year Jacksonville won the NPSL regular season championship across the entire league. As this ball falls back to Quadranti, and he's forced to send it into the stands.
catch him.
I don't think that was Luna. But Luna's out there, and we're going to find you. Big Lou, are we looking for Luna? Have we found Luna? Can we find Luna? We need to find Luna, for Pete's sake. You got nothing to do up here in the booth, Lou. Go across the way. Go find Luna.
Let's give her a shout.
Come on. If she's there, tell her to put her hands up. We'll get a shot.
It's been such an exciting game. She might not even have seen it. She might not even have seen the message. You need to let her know.
I flew over there like 3 times. That's not Luna. That's a picture of the moon. We're gonna find her. We will find. Mike Jenkins will find her. She's not there.
She's not there.
No, she's not there.
It's a shame.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So we checked. We tried to find her.
We had a look.
Somebody's out a few $100. Like, you got to play. I mean, that's got to be planned a little better, right? Not a good starting point in a relationship if you get in the plane and they're not even here.
Thought you were at the game. You said you were going to the game.
You know an argument is coming from that. Well, okay. The pursuit of Luna is over. Oh, here, hang on. Section 9. Oh, never mind. Section 904 doesn't know anything about it. I told you that they're too wrapped up in the game. Here's a nice push ahead by Jacksonville. Through ball by Vaccaro.
Just a bit of miscommunication there, I think. On the pass through.
Sorry, I said Vaccaro was subbed off. He's actually still in the game. It was Antonio Illuminata who came off for the Armada. '55th minute. Hey, Section 904 is still getting after it. They're having a good time. They're playing the drums. You see them waving the flags. They're going to go all 90 minutes no matter what the scoreline says. In this case, it says 8-0 Jacksonville. Here's Miami. Here's Allard on the far side. Sends a high cross looking for Sanfilippo. Sends it back into the middle. It was a good play there by Miami. Perhaps one of their best opportunities here in this matchup.
And brilliant build-up again from Miami, you know. And this is what I said. You know, they won't give in. You know, they're a team that's been in this position before of where they have been on the end of scorelines. It's pretty similar, especially here against the Armada. 2 games, 4-0. But they just keep playing. You know, they keep playing and keep that momentum going forward regardless of the scoreline. And that's what you want to see in games like this. Give a good account of yourself. Go out there and try to at least perform and express yourself and see what happens.
Vaccaro now to the near side. Here's Granitor. Cuts it back into the middle on his left foot. Sends it into the 18. Cleared away by Miami. Oh, ball sent ahead. Here's a troubled moment here.
Oh,
well done by the keeper, Quadranti.
Called into action and being able to come up with the goods there on this occasion. Really cool.
Crossed by Jacksonville. Jacksonville still in the attack now. Sebastian Zettel dispossessed. And a collision there in the middle of the field is going to earn a yellow card.
That is harsh. Now that is extremely harsh.
Nick Erb there put into the book on. I mean, okay. Jacksonville leads 8-0 in the second half. And goes into the book here for the first time.
But I mean, it's what could be seen as his first foul.
Yeah.
And in a game like this.
And it wasn't a malicious foul in any way. And it wasn't an impactful foul in any way.
Exactly. Deep in the opposition, deep in Miami Dutch line's half. It's not as if they're at the edge of the area. He's getting in behind. Tough one there for Nick Erb to take, but he's had a fantastic night, nonetheless.
Couple more substitutions for Jacksonville as that goes up and over the crossbar. I was a little afraid that Jackson Bennett was going to break that thing in half.
Welcome to the game, Jackson, mate.
Donut Juhasz and Matthew Skinner entering the game for Jacksonville.
Tell you what, he was scrambling back there. Got himself wrapped up in the net. That's one of the ones there where you're a goalkeeper, you kind of, you know, being lulled to sleep. Defense isn't having much to do. Get caught off guard. Thankfully, it's just gone over the bar.
Miles Shanley comes off for the Armada. I believe Sebastian Zettel would be your other substitution. Getting a look down there for you. Let's go Sebastian Zettel. All right, so Jacksonville has made 2 more substitutions. Only outfield player remaining on the bench is Ryan Paul. Actually, only player on the bench. Cross sent in there by Donut Juhasz. Alex Iarides comes in strong. He now holds the captain's armband after Miles Shanley came off. It'll be a free kick Armada just outside the box.
And we're really starting to see the party pieces coming out for Jacksonville Armada here. Couple olays from the crowd. They earn themselves a free kick now in an extremely dangerous position with Iarides with the ball in his hands, with the captain's armband on. Is he able to dispatch this free kick?
Paul Danner having a chat with Iarides there. Danner, another guy who has worn the captain's armband this season. That has certainly been an interesting part of this year's squad, is that so many different guys have shared the leadership on this year's team, which has been really, really cool to see. As you see, Jacksonville makes its final substitution of the match. Ryan Paul entering the game. And that'll be the end of the night for Nick Erb. Back to the action. 60th minute. 5-man wall for Miami. Danner fakes, but it'll be Iarides on his right foot, up and over the wall, and off the crossbar of the football. Crossbar. Bounces back into play. Very deceptive. We've seen that before here on a football field. It gets very confusing, right? It bounces off, but if it hits that yellow bar for the goalposts, then it's out of play because it is beyond the goal. For those at home watching. If it goes over the crossbar of the goalpost, it's 3 points. Educating you at home here. 3 points. That's how that works.
In a different game. Not this game, guys. In a completely different game.
You sure?
It's played with their hands, but they still name it.
They've got a couple players who kick it. Don't worry about it. There's a punter and a kicker. There's a guy named the kicker. He kicks it with his foot. The punter does hold it and then kicks it, so I guess that doesn't count. Here's Miami sending Lawn to San Filippo inside the box. Looking to cross and does, but Jackson Bennett all over it, the Jacksonville FC youngster. Getting some touches here, already with more touches here in this first 15 minutes of the second half than Jeremy Costi had in the entirety of the first half.
That's the effect of San Filippo. Honestly, I'm just completely amazed that he wasn't able to start in this game. He's such a difference maker. And he can make an impact. As he has done already, I think he's had 3 final third entries. Here's a chance now for the Armada to get forward.
Here's Vaccaro sending
Great
the cross
ball
to
in.
Oh, unable to put it on frame.
And if there's a chance to get yourself on the score sheet, that was it. Brilliant play again from the Armada, just to get themselves in those wide areas again. Vaccaro delivers a lovely ball inside. Just a slight little touch there. Slight touch just to take it off Kafif's head, so he's able to get a real finish on it.
More pressure by Jacksonville. It's 8-0, but they're absolutely going to keep the pressure on.
No letting up.
No let up. Go find the ninth. That's what they're after.
Sending a message to the rest of the league, I'm sure.
As we mentioned, the winner of this one, Jacksonville, will go on to play Naples FC on Wednesday night. That is a 7 o'clock kickoff in Southwest Florida for Jacksonville. So 5.5-hour road trip, and that's why the regular season is so important. If you're able to win the regular season standings, then you're hosting that game. But because of Jacksonville's final record, they end up going to Naples on Wednesday. As mentioned, that'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff. In 3 matches this year with Naples, a win, a loss, and a draw. So this will be the one that breaks the tie, so to speak, as all 3 outcomes have happened so far this season between the 2 squads. Here's numbers for Miami. Dutch Lions pushing it forward. Centering ball. but that allows all the blue jerseys to catch up. Donat Juhasz sending it long, but nobody there. Could be a throw in Miami. Checking in on the other matchup in the Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference. Scoreless in the 9th minute between Columbus, 11th minute, excuse me, Columbus and Tallahassee SC. That game got off to a late start with some weather there in Columbus. As this ball rolls across, and we'll have our first corner kick of the second half. Be a Campione Law corner kick for the Jacksonville Armada. In the 64th minute, 8-0 Jacksonville. And a chance to work on a set piece here for the boys in blue. Alex Iarides entered the game at the break. Now wears the captain's armband. Gets set to put this on his right foot. High in-swinging ball, looking for Kavif. Gets a piece of it. Well done by Quadranti to corral that ball and pick up the save for Miami.
Great save. A little stop there from him. On his toes, ready to make it. Comes out, retreats, makes a low save down to his left and keeps hold of it in a tight area.
Well done by Miami. That's Connor McKay pushing it forward. Here's Miami, number 17 now. Roy Abutbol. Dutch Lions getting some possession. One of the ROIs. But Jacksonville dispossesses and sends it the other way.
It is what you don't want. The caller running at you.
Up ahead to Iarides. One man to beat. Well defended by Randy Hernandez. And he'll clear. You know, in the game of soccer, you're able to purchase these players at a low price and then sometimes sell them at a higher price. You know what that is? That's good ROI. Return on investment. So maybe that's what Roy and Roy are all about. It's good ROI on these guys.
I like that. I like that.
Some economics for you if you're watching tonight's broadcast. Soccer economics.
Soccer economics. 101.
101. Teaching classes here, my friend. That's what
You're
we do.
learning more than just soccer when you tune in with us here
on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
There we go.
All we do is teach. It's what we do here. I teach you all about NASCAR every Wednesday on the Action Sports Jacks Cup Date, 1 o'clock. You can catch that show with me. All things racing. All things soccer whenever the Jacksonville Armada play at home, because we bring that to you right here on the 24/7 network. We'll have next Saturday's game if Jacksonville's the highest remaining seed. Now they got to get by Naples, and then they need somebody to beat Pensacola, either Columbus or Tallahassee. That is the only scenario where Jacksonville would host the Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference Championship a week from tonight. TBD. That ball bounces off of Paul. Will be a throw-in for Miami. Letting you know all the scenarios. Here's Luke Granator, middle of the field for Jacksonville. Able to just knife through that defense before he finally hands it off to Vaccaro. Now back to Granator. The Vero Beach native into the 18, sends a centering ball, but just stopped by Miami. We'll say the Dutch Lions defense has certainly stepped up from where they were in the first half. They have played much better here after the break. Jacksonville continues to put the pressure on. That has not stopped with the second half.
But there's no more changes that can be done.
Jacksonville has already made all of its changes.
For either team, right? I think both teams have made five changes. No.
I believe one more. Mariano Rojas, number 23, could come on for Miami. Unless I missed one earlier. Actually, maybe Cameron Foberg, number 20 as well. There may be two possible subs down there for Miami. I'm not 100% sure because I only see the one guy warming up down there in the corner. He's doing some hopscotch. Getting ready in case he gets his number called. Ball sent long. Paul Danner has to be a little cautious with this. A lot of orange jerseys in the vicinity. But he'll fall to Jackson Bennett for the Armada. 68th minute. Here's Ryan Paul getting some of his first touches since coming into the game. Oh, well done there by Paul Danner. And just like that, results in a break the other way for Jacksonville. Giancarlo Vaccaro on the far side, pushing forward, has Kavif, has Granitor, but well dispossessed there by the defense. Nice job by Miami. Dutch Lions able to clear things up inside the 18. That was number 8 for Miami, Nicolo Ferraro, with the captain's armband. Well, Jamal, in the first half, we saw Oliver Moeller-Jensen put together his second hat trick of the season. Second time he's done it, and both of them in huge results for Jacksonville as we reach the second half hydration break. Let's talk a little bit more about Oliver Moeller-Jensen and what makes him so dangerous. When you watch what he does out there tonight, 3 goals and 2 assists. He just seems to find himself in the right place at the right time, and even when he's not, he always makes something happen.
Well, for me, he's a player that has been given the license to go out and express himself, and that's not something that not that it's something that you aren't given, but he's had to earn that, and it's from displays like this. 3 goals on the night. These are the types of positions that he gets in, and he's absolutely effective and lethal when he does get in those positions. Here he is with his second on the night.
I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. That's
one of
well
his
worked
easier
by
ones.
Keegan Anslin, yeah.
He still has to finish it off. And this is a very, very difficult technique. Off the rebound, be able to adjust, move your feet to get yourself in the right position to get your finish off. He's been absolutely fantastic in it, and it just goes to show the scouting that goes into building teams like this. There isn't a lot of time, okay? There isn't a lot of time for these players to be brought in, right? And there isn't any type of way that you can do anything other than put them together and put them on a field to build chemistry. But when you've got players like that coming into the squad, and you've got players that have been here putting in work, like Gianluca Vaccaro, like Iarides, that's been here from day one, it's difficult. It must be unnerving for Oliver Moeller-Jensen. But when you've got that ability that he's got, mate, it's just something else. Something else. He's done fantastic. So much confidence.
Prime for a big year down in Boca, playing his college ball with Florida Atlantic. Noah Kavif, his teammate there. Yeah. So a couple of burrowing owls over at FAU.
They're gonna have some fun this season. They're gonna have some fun watching him play down there. When you're coming in from a summer like this that he's had, he's going to do some stuff this season.
And that's really one of the cool things about this league, right, is it's a springboard. Mm-hmm. It can be that developmental springboard for these players that are getting set for their college season in the fall. You can use these skills that you've developed, use this confidence that you've developed, and turn it into a tremendous college season for your team. And I'd certainly expect that from Oliver Moeller-Jensen, coming off a 10-goal season now so far for Jacksonville. By the way, we got a score update for you on the other side of the conference, where Tallahassee SC has taken a 1-0 lead in the first half over Columbus United. So Tallahassee leads it at Kinnett Stadium in Columbus, Georgia. Back here at Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium, Jacksonville's up 8-0 on Miami and on its way to the next round of the NPSL Playoffs. This ball falls to Alex Iarides. Can't quite corral it and heads into the group of orange shirts there, but Jacksonville does get it back. We mentioned the Armada on their way to play Naples, as an offside is called there. And the winner of Tallahassee and Columbus will play at Pensacola. Both of those matchups will be on Wednesday night. So stay tuned for more on that as the Jacksonville Armada continue their playoff run here in the NPSL. But that road trip, that's a tough one. That is a tough road trip. Not as bad as maybe New Orleans, which is a lot further of a bus ride. But certainly a long haul, 5.5 hours down to Southwest Florida. Of course, we'll continue to cover it on Action Sports Jax, CBS 47 and Fox 30. We'll have highlights from tonight's matchup a little later on tonight on
Action Sports Jax Prime Time. We'll be racing back to the studio after this one to bring you all those highlights as well as all sports across Northeast Florida.
The work never stops, mate.
Never stops. It really doesn't. I don't know. It actually does. That's my first day back from like 2 weeks of vacation. So you know what? I guess the work does stop from time to time when you go on vacation here and there. So you know.
Looking for some, mate. Looking for some.
Yeah, we can't. Well, we're not all grinding like you, trying to raise the next generation of players here with your lessons that you're teaching. So, by the way, if you're watching, you got young kids that want to reach that next level and get better. Jamal Johnson's your guy.
Absolutely, bring him in. We'll get to work with him as we have been doing this summer. We've had a fantastic year. We hope to see a lot more from you guys in the area to build.
By the way, that was Mariano Rojas down there, number 23. So Miami does make some substitutions, changing out their players.
And if you do want to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram at 11jamal_, and also visit my website, which is jjelite11.com. Get in contact with me, schedule, booking, purchasing of packages is available all through my website. You can contact me directly through either, and I'll get back with you as soon as I possibly can to get something organized so we can get to work.
You were out there early this morning. What time did you get out there on the field training?
6:45 this morning.
That is brutal.
Yeah.
For me, that's brutal. That's good for you, though.
Yeah, you've got to love what you're doing. You've got to love what you're doing to do it. And I do, thankfully for me. It's what I've been doing for my whole life, so there's no other way to sort of transition into it now than to be working with the kids.
Oh, there's a giveaway by Miami. Luke Granator takes it away. Here's Noah Kavif inside the 18, surrounded by orange jerseys. Gets it knocked away. Won't get a call there in an 8-0 game in the 75th minute.
Still hungry to get goals.
Yeah.
Still hungry to get finishes.
Second half substitutes, you know, you come in, you want to go out there, you want to make an impact. And, I mean, as much of an impact as you can make in an 8-0 game.
Yeah, the ball seems to be moving a little bit better now, which is good in some areas of the field, but probably tricky for defenders retreating, getting themselves back into position.
Here's Rojas into the game in the second half for Miami.
There's still goals left in this game. Definitely still goals left in this game.
I know Section 904 thinks so. Oh, we got another score update for you. Columbus United has equalized 1-1 game now, as Columbus and Tallahassee are tied at 1 in the 24th minute. In the Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference postseason, keeping you up to date on your other scores around the area. All right, Jamal, Jacksonville plays Naples on Wednesday, but we got another game on Wednesday that you and I have a vested interest in. Of course, I'm talking about the Euro 2024 semifinals. Team England. Of course, you're not born in England. You were born in the U.S. But you did spend a good amount of your childhood, and you pull for Team England, as we've covered on previous games.
Well, I'm not going to be pulling for the U.S. anymore, am I?
Well, they're not in it. They're out of the Copa.
Yeah.
We're talking Euros right now. Don't worry about it.
Sorry for the U.S. fans.
We'll find out what happens with Berhalter here. As offside is called against Jacksonville. So England for you, Netherlands for me. Next, well, this upcoming Wednesday.
They've both got themselves through by the skin of their teeth.
Yep.
Leaving it late as always.
Yeah. The Dutch scoring 2 goals as I was driving to this game.
I missed both of them on the way here as well.
It's unbelievable how that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not as nail biting as a penalty kick shootout as it was for England.
Yeah, we've left it late in pretty much all. Well,
did you see the picture, by the way, of your keeper's water bottle?
No.
His water bottle had all of the directions to go for every penalty taker. So it was like printed on there: dive left, hesitate, then dive right. It was printed on his water bottle.
Which it should be.
I mean, it's scouting. They scouted it out. They just decided to print it out on the water bottle, and there it was.
Well, he did get a couple saves in there as well, to be fair to him.
Just the one, I think.
Well, yeah, just the one.
But that's all it takes.
Yep.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
That is all it took.
Yeah, I know.
Quite literally, yeah. They had to take all the penalties to get it done. Oh, well, the first 4. But I'm so happy for Bukayo Saka. You know, he's done brilliant throughout. You know, I think he's had a quiet tournament, but to get that penalty score after, you know, all of the backlash that he had from missing in the last tournament, a few of the players, in fact, it was great to see him score, and you saw how much it meant to him and his teammates. They were absolutely elated.
What's that game going to look like on Wednesday?
I've got absolutely no idea. I mean, Gareth Southgate, for me, you know, he's got to do more. Hopefully he's able to make the changes and adjustments to be able to put a good performance on, set his team up to give us a performance as the Armada have done tonight in a big game.
They're not going to win 8-0.
I mean,
I know this is the Dutch Lions Jacksonville's playing.
But that's the thing. That team is fully capable of going out there and getting it done, like getting an 8-0 victory on a day.
Not against the Dutch. Come on
against
now.
any team, they're able to do that.
No,
against any team, they can do that if they're able to turn it on. And then when they do turn it on, are they then able to turn the screw? But that comes from a coach, just the same way as we've seen tonight. You could get a team. You could play the same team. They played them earlier on in the season. They score and they win 2-0. And the last time they played them, tonight they turn the screw. Big occasion, they show up. That comes from a coach. That comes from a staff. That comes from being instilled with the confidence to go out there and perform. And that's not what the England players are getting. And they are the best and most highest performing group that we've ever had in this in the past 20, 30 years, 40 years even maybe.
I'm just saying they can't beat the Dutch team 8-0. in no shape, way, or form. Full disclosure, I am half Dutch, so obviously I have my vested interest.
I don't know, mate.
You can't beat a fellow semi-finalist in the Euros by that kind of margin. Now they could beat them. Yes. In the Euros. Now I know the Dutch did put that thrashing on Brazil in the World Cup a few years back in the.
No, Germany did, didn't they?
Germany, excuse me.
Mm.
That was in Brazil, right?
That was in Brazil.
Yeah.
So, like I said, strange things have happened. There was no way that anybody. I do not think anyone went to the bookies or wherever you place your bets, which you shouldn't do, kids.
Well, it's legal in some places now, but go on. Here's Giancarlo Bakar. By the way, there is a soccer game going on. It's 8-0 Jacksonville. Here's a shot.
Oh! Save.
Quadranti, he's been good since he came in, other than that first goal when he was still stretching.
He wasn't ready. I think they must have just came out and said, hey, get your gloves on.
Yeah. Since he got those limbs stretched out. Oh, Caleb, don't pull something there. Oh, with a high kick there to pull it down.
Yeah. That's the yoga.
That is something this Jacksonville Armada team does.
They're doing a bit of yoga as well, a bit of hot yoga on a Monday morning after the games to recover, stretch and recover.
Do you join them for any of those?
I haven't been invited. I'm waiting for my invite. I wouldn't mind going for a bit of yoga, but I need it. Probably be working though, training these kids, but
maybe I'll go in your stead. How's that? I'm not doing hot yoga.
You're not doing hot yoga?
No.
It's good for you, mate.
I'm sure. I've done yoga. I know yoga's good for you. I'm going to need the AC on. What a revelation that has been tonight in the booth.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
It's been tremendous.
Thank you very much.
By the way, big shout out and thank you to our host, Edward Waters University, for hosting Jacksonville Armada Playoff Soccer here at Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium.
What a fantastic venue.
It really is. It's been around for a few years now, built in partnership with the city of Jacksonville, and it's just been awesome to see. Not only for football here at Edward Waters, but also with the women's soccer team that they added at the same time as they built the stadium.
Oh, brilliant.
The inaugural team at Edward Waters.
How's their first season? Have they started?
They played 2 seasons now, I believe.
They played 2 seasons now, and they've done well, or progressive? Or?
They have progressed each year, yes.
Brilliant.
So awesome to see them building the foundation of a program in the SIAC and be able to do their thing here at Edward Waters University, home of the Tigers.
I'd love to come down and do a little session with their attacking teams.
Yeah.
If they ever would want something like that done, I'd come in and be able to help out. If I could get the opportunity, that'd be brilliant. Give me a call.
Ball sent ahead by Granitor as Quadranti well off his line. Brought down.
But that's brilliant that we're building the game in the area.
Yeah, without a doubt. And
Edward Waters just recently finishing its transition to NCAA Division II play. As that foul is called against Isaac Machado. But yeah, big thank you here to Edward Waters University playing host to tonight's NPSL playoff matchup. As mentioned, we've been keeping an eye on the other Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference matchup. And in the 31st minute, Tallahassee and Columbus tied at 1 apiece. Here's Nicolo Ferraro wearing the captain's armband for the Dutch Lions.
Lovely area that he's got this free kick right here. Could really put the goalkeeper in trouble. He's just his first game, you know.
Free kick from about 32 yards out, takes a rip into the wall, knocked down. Jacksonville looking to break.
Trouble there.
And well done by Randy Hernandez to keep it in for Miami. He'll push forward towards the edge of the 18, sends the ball in. And an opportunity there for the Dutch Lions. You saw Ori Alster making that late run, trying to get to it on the back post, unable to connect. It'll be a goal kick for Jacksonville.
Since his introduction to the game, he's been extremely busy, hasn't he? Seems to be everywhere, playing at centre half, getting himself at the end of stuff up there. Narrowly misses at the back post there.
Great opportunity there. He had to come in an odd spot, right? First half, replacing a defender who goes down with an injury, and has had to step up right away and get involved in the game, and he has. As we enter the 85th minute, Jacksonville leading 8-0. Been all quiet here since the opening minutes of the second half when Isaac Machado added to the Jacksonville lead.
Great touch.
Donat Juhasz able to pull it down, send a long cross looking for Granitor. Luke one-on-one with his defender. Bounces it off his teammate, Noah Kavift. Giving chase is Miami. This will be a throw in deep down by the corner. There's Mike Jenkins. As Jacksonville plays it quick. So, other Euro semifinal. Who do you like in that one?
Spain or France?
Yeah. I was hoping for Spain-Portugal, just because I love that rivalry. But Spain-France is a good one, too.
Yeah.
They're all really good rivalries, right?
Yeah, these games.
All these countries are right next to each other.
There's going to be some good games, some really good games.
That will be Tuesday afternoon.
And honestly, I think that Spain have got a great chance of getting it done. They've played some fantastic football, really nice on the eye. You know, they're playing that attractive style that they love to play. And it's working out for them this time. There's been a few times in recent years of where they've wanted to, overplay a little bit, but now I think they've struck the right balance with the young player. Oh, opportunity.
Here's Kaviv through. No, flag was up.
Oh.
Offside is the call against Jacksonville.
Yeah, he strayed. He did stray just off. But yeah, as we were saying, Spain have got the biggest chance, I think. Here's a replay of that one. Just straying offside ever so slightly.
That was tight.
Tight, but still,
yep.
Just a foot
behind that back foot of Ferraro.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Spain have got that, I think. And France coming into it, I wanted them to do well. They've got a few players in that group that, honestly, I would love to see playing at Arsenal. But William Saliba's been possibly my player of the tournament. Had a big job on his hands playing against Ronaldo. Although Ronaldo has underperformed this tournament.
It's almost like he's not playing good competition week in and week out.
Right, exactly. Makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, what do you know?
Mm-hmm. Makes a difference. You want a paycheck, or do you really want to keep your career going? So, but obviously, paycheck's always nice. At his age.
Here's Juhasz looking to center. Still alive.
Chance.
And this one falls harmlessly to the near side.
You're entering into the last few minutes here, mate. Looking at the game, what do you think the thoughts are for the rest of the conference going into the next stages? I think they're going to be, and I mean, obviously, Armada's a well-known team. but a result like this really sends a message, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it certainly shows what Jacksonville is capable of doing when it's clicking on all cylinders, fully motivated, with the right players out there. I mean, Jacksonville has shown for a while that, you know, on nights like these, they can go out and put up a big number. And we've seen it here tonight, without a doubt, against the Miami Dutch Lions. By the way, this Dutch Lions team, and I don't know what roster Naples ran out there this past week, but this nice shot there for Sanfilippo. This Dutch Lions team only lost 2-1 just a few days ago against Naples. Now, I will say, Miami has had a busy schedule here over the last 2 weeks. They have been jam-packed with games to the point that I guarantee there's a good amount of fatigue on that roster. Whereas Jacksonville's, at this point in the year, kind of spread it out to where they've only had a game a week. Well, now that changes this time of year now.
And not only that, though, Armada have got the staff to be able to make wholesale changes in any given game, right? They've got, you know, a huge squad, huge. A lot of the players do not get used, but over the season they've all had opportunities to play, right? So you look at a team like Miami Dutch Lions and you look at that bench right now, it's not many, you know, a lot of that's the coaching staff. There's 4 of them out of the 6 out of the 7 that's coaching staff. Where are you looking to in these last couple of weeks when you've got 4 games on the schedule? It's tough.
Yeah.
So going into this one with the travel, taking that into consideration, it's very, very difficult to put together a result.
Nice through ball by Iarides. Vaccaro chasing it down towards the corner flag. Cuts it back, sends across into the box. Blue Granator. Going to be a corner kick for Jacksonville. Well defended there by Mariano Rojas for Miami.
Still knocking on the door. Gianluca Vaccaro with a delightful ball to the back post. And like you said earlier on, not able to deal with crosses into the box, this Miami Dutch Lions team. 3 men getting shots off, putting the goalkeeper under pressure.
It's another Campione Law corner kick. Champions for Justice, and it'll be Paul Danner set to take it on his left foot. Puts that hand up. Sends it high into the air. Off the keeper. And in.
Just nobody there.
Matthew Skinner onto the score sheet in the 90th minute, and it is 9-0. It is not wet enough to do that. That would be painful.
Unreal. But worth it.
I mean, that one almost went in on its own from Danner. Everyone was just looking around wondering what was going on there.
There's no effort from no urgency from the Miami Dutch Lions to even put a challenge really on Skinner there on the finish.
And now Quadranti coming up with a bit of an injury as well. He is the substitute keeper for Miami, so he's going to have to gut it out here for really the next couple minutes, as there will not be a significant amount of stoppage time in this one. And there is your final whistle. The Jacksonville Armada with an exclamation point in the 90th minute. A 9-0 victory for the boys in blue as they are moving on in the National Premier Soccer League Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference Playoffs. We'll break it all down for you on the post-game show coming up next from Nathaniel Glover Community Field and Stadium here on the campus of Edward Waters University. We'll be right back on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Guess who's back?
Get your tickets at JacksonvilleArmada.com.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
And welcome back to the campus of Edward Waters University. You see the final score, 9-0. Jacksonville making a statement in its NPSL playoff opener against the Miami Dutch Lions. 4 times these two teams have met. 4 times Jacksonville has come away with a victory. This one, the most emphatic of all, a 9-0 victory for the boys in blue. You see Section 904 celebrating tonight's win. You see them getting some handshakes from the players, and a big celebration going on tonight here at EWU as Jacksonville is moving on in the Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference playoffs. Let's take a look at some of those highlights, and hey, guess what? We got a lot of goals.
There is a lot of goals. Making a statement, absolutely fantastic night. Giancarlo Vaccaro opening up the scoring, and he had a great night as well. He enjoyed himself. The attacking players in the evening were just out in full force. Here's Oliver Mulliensen coming in from the right-hand side, getting himself in the box. A nuisance on the night in the first half. Dispatching that finish there, right foot across the goalkeeper, leaving there no shadow of a doubt on the finish. And here's another banger.
The second and third goals were just tremendous.
Unreal. Goals of this, they could be up for goal of the season.
Yeah.
Another one here. Great ball inside, and Keegan Anslin just showing his athleticism, getting up with a headed finish. Fantastic finish again from Oliver Mulliensen, having to react, move his feet to be able to unlock that left foot volley. Brilliant ball in from Oliver Mulliensen. It's just goal after goal. The quality of the finishing was just fantastic. Entering into the second half, another one whipped in. And here's the final goal on the night. Skinner get himself on the score sheet. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic from the Armada. And it's just a night to remember for the club. Look at those numbers.
It's a lot of shots, and a lot of them right on goal. 19 shots for the Jacksonville Armada
16
tonight.
on target.
16 of them on frame. How about that? That was a tremendous offensive performance by Jacksonville. And look, give credit to the defense as well. I know Paul Danner in there on one of those great setups. And the back line really doing its part to keep this thing going for the Armada and to diffuse any attacks from Miami. By the time Miami was able to string anything good together, it was already out of reach at that point.
And you know, you've got to look at the setup. You've got to look at the original lineup that Tommy has put out there this evening. With Shanley playing in that deep line midfield position, it just completely thwarted any type of forward play from the Miami Dutch Lions. He was there to stop, and he was actually there to distribute from that midfield area, being able to play forward and find his attacking players. And it worked. It worked on the night. I thought he'd play on even deeper line role, going back into a midfield defensive 3, but he played in that 6th position and was fantastic.
So if you're Jacksonville, what do you need to do here to keep this going on Wednesday? It's a short turnaround, and it's a tough opponent coming up that's going to be rested in Naples on Wednesday night at home.
Yeah, recover, especially in this heat. You know, you see a lot of smiling faces right now, but, you know, tomorrow morning they're going to feel it from that performance. It's turf field, it's different, but they're going to go and get after it in midweek next week.
So for Jacksonville, the playoff run continues. They now hit the road and head down south to take on Naples in a Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference semifinal. That's coming up Wednesday night at 7 on the road. The Jacksonville Armada win and win big at home as they take down the Miami Dutch Lions 9-0 on a hat trick by Oliver Moeller-Jensen, a brace from Keegan Anselin, and just a ton of other goals all around from this Jacksonville Armada. A tremendous performance and a night to remember, especially if you're Luna. We don't know where you are, but have a good night.